I slept with Sexyy Red. Stop playing with me. You can clip that all you want to. Empty the clip, nigga. Talking about I party with Sexyy Red and slept with Sexyy Red. Ask her. That's on the dead homies, nigga. I slept with her. Yeah, my name got mentioned in the Diddy trial. What, you thought it wasn't?
Ray J just be getting drunk and saying anything. Why would he sit up there and say that shit on the stream? Why would you say that, Ray J, for real?
Ray J's always been a headline magnet, but what he said this time, it wasn't just wild, it was reckless. Mid-Twitch stream, clearly feeling himself a little too much, he dropped a bomb that had the internet in a chokehold. He claimed he was intimate with rising rap star Sexyy Red on a private jet. Yep, you heard that right. No warning, no buildup, just straight up, I hit that. And instantly, social media exploded. The moment he said it, reactions flew in from every corner. Some laughed, some called it a flex, but most were just confused. Why now? Why her? And was he even serious? But while the internet was trying to figure out if this was another Ray J stunt or an actual confession, things escalated fast. Because what started as a messy little livestream moment turned into a full-blown firestorm. And by the end of it, people weren't just questioning Ray J's motives, they were wondering if he was okay.
Why is you going online telling all people business for? And then gonna have the nerve to go online and talk about something he slept with Sexyy Red. What man just go around telling his business like that? Like, I don't get it. Baby, when I tell you, next thing I knew he was making a video clearing up that he did not in fact sleep with Sexyy Red, that team got on that ass. Sexyy Red called that bitch so quick, like, fuck nigga, please stop playing with me. He need help. That boy is crashing out. And I don't know if it's this or like reach out for help, but at the point, why everybody crashing out? What's tea? What's in the water? Because what?
So here's how it all started. Ray J was on Twitch, vibing, talking slick like he always does. Until out of nowhere, he blurted it out. Said he and Sexyy Red had a private moment midair, not just a hookup. He painted the picture like it was some spontaneous sky-high connection in a private cabin on a jet. We were together, he said casually, like it was no big deal. But it was. The internet wasn't ready. Tweets went up in flames, clips got reposted everywhere, and within hours, headlines were spinning. People were asking, is Ray J drunk? Is he trolling? Or is he actually spilling real tea that nobody expected? Whatever it was, it didn't feel accidental. It felt calculated or careless. And in typical Ray J fashion, the line between entertainment and oversharing blurred real quick, but that was only the beginning.
I want to apologize to Sexyy Red because Sexyy Red is one of my favorite artists. And Sexyy Red and I was on a plane and we were both flying somewhere. We randomly saw each other. She was sitting by me. She had her space, I had my space. She had her own blanket, her own pillow. I had my own blanket and my own pillow. And we had a long flight. And we both were tired, you know what I'm saying? So we went to sleep. Just like we would sleep with anybody else that was sitting next to us on the plane. I went out of control and I said that I slept with Sexyy Red. And that's insensitive and it's not okay. And it's trolling at the highest level. And I wanna say, Sexyy Red, my bad. You know, I hope this gets there and this gets clipped and this gets shown, because even though if I said it later on the stream, that didn't get clipped. All they heard was what I said, and it was childish. It was uncalled for. And, you know, it wasn't cool. My bad.
Before Ray J could even blink, Sexyy Red clapped back. And she didn't hold back a bit. She jumped on Instagram and shredded the rumor to pieces, calling him a straight-up liar and a cornball for dragging her name into something so ridiculous. Her response? Loud, raw, and exactly the kind of energy the internet lives for. "We didn't do anything," she snapped, saying all she did was say hi on the plane and keep it moving. No flirting, no bed sharing, none of that. And just like that, the tone flipped. What was originally seen as Ray J being Ray J turned into Ray J being reckless. Fans weren't amused. They were furious. They said he crossed a line, that he was being disrespectful, and most of all, that it looked like a desperate move to stay relevant by using Sexyy Red's rising fame. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was damage control. But Ray J wasn't done yet.
One thing that Ray J knows how to do is keep his name in the press. He knows how to he knows how to keep his name in the press and be Mr. Controversy. Like, why you say you slept with Sexyy Red? Ray J, Ray J, Ray J, Raja, we see you. I mean, when do we not ever see you, Ray J? You're always into something.
Not long after the internet dragged him through the mud, Ray J popped up on national TV with an apology. Well, something that was supposed to be an apology. He looked calm, maybe a little too calm, as he said he got carried away and blamed the moment. He claimed nothing happened with Sexyy Red, said they were just sitting near each other on the plane, each with their own blanket, minding their own business. No touching, no flirting, nothing. Just two tired people on a long flight. He called his original claim trolling at the highest level and said he was out of control. But if he thought that was enough to make it all go away, he was wrong. Fans immediately called the apology out as fake. Too scripted, too clean. Like it was written by a publicist in a panic. And the more polished it looked, the more people doubted if he actually meant it. Ray J might have thought he was patching up the mess, but all he did was stir up more suspicion. And what happened next? That took things to a whole new level.
Why? We slept on the plane together.
Ah, post that, bro.
Bro, we slept on the plane together, bro. I was trolling. I know, bro. I was out of control.
You raging.
I wasn't okay. I did an apology on the news, on the national news. I said I'm sorry.
Come on, man.
Sexy, really?
The first shit always be, you know what I'm saying?
Like, Sexy, really? Like, I genuinely apologize.
Just when it felt like things couldn't spiral any harder, Ray J's name got dragged into something way darker. Old, unproven rumors about a tragic celebrity loss. Out of nowhere, a content creator dropped a post suggesting Ray J may have been connected. The post went viral fast, and then just as quickly, it was deleted. But the damage? Already done. People ran with it. They brought up his past connection to a certain legendary singer, threw out conspiracy theories, and even pulled up blurry details from the night she passed. Then a notorious former music mogul jumped into the mix, claiming the artist once made a comment about Brandy's little brother being around too much and bringing things with him. The implication? Heavy. The evidence? Zero. But the internet doesn't need proof to go wild. Ray J, clearly pissed, responded with frustration, saying, "This is exactly what I'm talking about." He denied everything, called it flat-out disrespectful, and reminded everyone that he wasn't even inside the hotel when it happened. But once again, his name was tied to a tragedy he never signed up for. And the hits just kept coming.
Whitney Houston, it's on your hand. I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used the term that Brandy's little brother bringing me doing with me. Brandy's little brother trying to kiss me and do with me. Next thing you know, she...
As if the rumors weren't enough heat, Ray J decided to show public love for a well-known music executive, right in the middle of that person's own wave of controversy. The internet wasn't having it. He posted support online, and immediately, fans lit him up in the comments. People started asking real questions. Why is Ray J backing someone the industry is distancing itself from? What does he really know? Ray J clapped back, saying people were just mad because he supported someone they didn't like. But that explanation didn't calm the fire. It fueled it. Folks pointed out that Ray's been spotted at some of that exec's high-profile events more than once. And now, his name was popping up in the same breath as leaked footage from those wild gatherings. Even though Ray J never dropped details or pointed fingers, the fact that he was even loosely connected had people side-eyeing him hard. It was guilt by association, and it wasn't a good look. Now the question wasn't just about what he said on Twitch. It was about who he was still standing next to. And things were about to get even more personal.
I made a vow to Princess, so even if we get a divorce, that's it for me. And I'm living life from there. I'm turned up forever. When you make a vow and you promise somebody something that intense, then if that don't work, then you just gotta go back to like being like all the way up. And then if you ever want to like slow it down again, that's the only person that you could do it with, because that's the fucking agreement, and that's what I told you. I told you straight up, I got you. I hate to say till death do us part, but we said that shit.
While Ray J was busy defending himself online and fanning off rumors, his personal life was cracking in public. Again. His roller coaster relationship with Princess Love had already been through 4 messy breakup filings, and every time fans thought it was finally over, they'd pop back up together like nothing happened. It was chaos on a loop. Then another viral personality slid into the picture, and the drama leveled up. People started speculating that Princess and Ray still had unresolved feelings, which made everything more toxic. The new addition only poured gas on an already burning situation, with fans torn between confusion and secondhand embarrassment. Ray J, for his part, claimed Princess was still the one, and said that if he ever slowed down again, it'd only be with her. But in the same breath, he admitted he was back in full turn-up mode, living fast and unbothered. He said, "If it don't work with her, that's it. I'm done with relationships." The vibe? Conflicted and messy. Emotionally separated, but not really apart. And fans? Just tired of watching the same relationship crash in slow motion. But the drama wasn't just staying in Ray J's world. Sexyy Red had her own storm brewing, and it was about to explode.
Danae Davis.
Yeah.
All right, you are an OnlyFans star.
Yes.
What happened between you and Gucci Third Leg?
I wouldn't test positive for HSV2 unless you had HSV2. If you gave me HSV1 genitally, I would test positive for HSV1, but just have it in my genitals. But I don't have HSV1, I have HSV2.
What was that on his penis?
That was HSV2.
I had chlamydia before though twice.
Okay,
But
I mean,
ain't never had
that's
it.
the most
Pretty common.
Yeah, very common.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do a PSA right now. So, no, but how did you? So you felt it like you was burning?
No, it'd be a smell.
For chlamydia?
While Ray J was catching heat for lying on her name, Sexyy Red was already caught in her own whirlwind. It started with a viral selfie, her and a controversial online figure with a history of NSFW behavior. That pic alone had fans side-eyeing her hard. See, that guy had a reputation for being reckless behind the scenes, and not in a funny way. Rumors had already been swirling that he was linking up with people while knowing he had personal health concerns, and not being upfront about it. Then came the receipts. Leaked DMs, video clips, and people stepping forward with claims. Things got ugly real quick. He eventually admitted during a podcast appearance that he had a viral condition. And while that should have been the end of it, the internet wasn't ready to let it go, especially not after seeing him and Sexyy Red in that pic. Suddenly, people were connecting dots that weren't even confirmed, and the gossip got vicious. Then her ex, a rapper known for stirring drama, stirred the pot even more. He accused her of hiding things from him, said others might have been misled, and hinted he had more dirt he could leak. That's when Sexyy Red dropped a cryptic post. "Everybody gets burned. You gotta be strong for the downfall. It's not for the weak, and I'm weak." Fans were shook. Was it a metaphor, a confession? No one knew for sure, but the timing was suspicious. And then she said something even bolder. Just when people thought the situation couldn't spiral any further, Sexyy Red took things to a new level of transparency. During an appearance on a popular podcast in mid-2023, she admitted, casually, like it was nothing, that she'd gone through 2 health scares in the past. She even described how she figured it out. The internet couldn't handle it. Some applauded her for being real. Others said she was oversharing for attention. Either way, her name stayed trending. So when Ray J's claim about hooking up mid-flight resurfaced, the internet connected the dots. And not in a good way. Suddenly, it wasn't just a reckless comment, it became a loaded one. Fans started dragging both of them, accusing Ray J of chasing clout and dragging Sexyy Red into even more mess she didn't ask for. And even though Ray J went on national TV, again, to say he was out of control and didn't mean what he said, the apology couldn't undo what had already gone viral. The damage was done. Her name got dragged, his credibility took another hit, and both walked away from the situation with their reputations bruised. But the deeper issue? It wasn't just about gossip anymore. People started to wonder if Ray J's constant chaos wasn't just for show, but a sign of something more serious. At this point, people aren't just laughing off Ray J's antics. They're genuinely concerned. This wasn't the first time he stirred up controversy just to stay in the spotlight, but something about this one felt different. The lies, the fake apology, the timing, the unnecessary drag of Sexyy Red into a personal firestorm. It all pointed to someone not just chasing relevance, but possibly unraveling in real time. Is Ray J really addicted to being the center of the storm? Or is he hiding behind the chaos to distract from something deeper going on behind the scenes? Either way, fans are split. Some say he's doing too much for views. Others think the man needs to take a serious step back and get it together before the next headline hits harder than he can handle. And with Sexyy Red still cleaning up the mess from being dragged into his viral moment, one thing's clear. This wasn't just a slip-up. It was a wake-up call. Because in today's world, a reckless comment doesn't just vanish. It leaves a mark. And sometimes, the real story isn't the one that goes viral. It's the one nobody's talking about. So, what do you think? Is Ray J spiraling? Or just staying on brand in the messiest way possible? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're still locked in, hit that like button. We've got more tea coming real soon. Stay tuned.